Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Elaina. I usually do reviews and tutorials and fabulous drag looks. My schedule has been a little different because a lot of things happened. The painted with Raven and my trip to New York, my eye color change, a lot of things. So this has been sitting in my desk for a couple of weeks because I couldn't do makeup in my eyes. And finally, we get into Nomad Cosmetics Verona Amore Morte palette. Nomad Cosmetics is amazing, so we're gonna be reviewing this, swatches, makeup look as usual, and my final thoughts. So if you guys are interested, then keep on watching. Don't forget to subscribe and ring notification bell so you get notified of all new videos I upload. So follow me on social media. All the links are down in the description box. So like, comment, subscribe. Let's get right into this. So thank you so much, Nomad Cosmetics, for sending me this PR. As usual, they sent me the beautiful new palette, and I felt so bad I couldn't get my hands on it. And I wanted to. I saw it. I'm like, oh my god, I've got to paint this on my eyes, and I couldn't. I mean, well, happens. SHIT happens. So now that my eyeballs healed, I can do makeup, I can put eyelashes on, I can do everything. So this is Nomad Cosmetics Verona Amore and Morte palette, and it looks like this inside. It's gorgeous. It's $47 retail on nomadcosmetics.com. Gorgeous, right? I love the dark and the bright. The pinks are to die for. And the depths, the blue and black, is like right up my alley. And this purple. And oh my goodness, the shimmers. Oh, there's some things that like absolutely adore about this. Like there's some of my favorite things. That silver to gold shimmer and the depth. I mean, obviously I love my depth, so this has it all. Has it all. It has a light color to blend out, it has a black, it has all the pinks. I mean, what else can you wish for? It's perfect. So let me swatch this. First of all, I'm going to tell you what this is, because there's the explanation what's on the palette. So Verona Love and Death is inspired by picturesque city and the story of its world-famous star-crossed lovers. Obviously, it's Romeo and Juliet, so it's love and death, and its location is Verona. It's so smart. I love the way they made this, the whole story and everything. So it has 12 velvety mattes, 4 intense shimmer, and 2 sheer shimmer toppers. What am I saying? Without further ado, let me put that on my arm. I'm not going to do it live because that would take forever to edit. Excuse me. So I'm just going to do it off camera. I'll come back with the whole thing. So here are the swatches. The swatch is beautiful, actually. I take some of this back. I kind of thought that a lot of them were toppers, not just 2. But it does seem like this one is a topper, I think. And I think this one might be a topper, the 2 pinks. That's what I think. Or maybe it's the blue, because the blue, like this 2 pink and blue, they kind of feel similar. The shimmer is that this one is really intense, this one is intense, this one is very intense. Probably the creamiest shimmer is this dark one. And it's almost like I think it's a duochrome as well. Looks like it's a duochrome, like a greenish gray to pink purple. It's beautiful. You know, I didn't notice all of these things right away. Now I'll kind of like noticing all duochrominess. It's beautiful. The only thing, like, I'm not a fan of toppers. I wish there were like a bright and pigmented opaque metallics that have like this creaminess. You pop them and it's like bam. But again, I'm an extra person, so you know, this was a different idea behind it, so I give it to them. I love Nomad Cosmetics, so I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, for my own taste, I would have preferred shimmers that's more opaque. But anyway, it swatches beautifully, no problems. Let's get right into this tutorial. So we started with the primer. I actually used Be Perfect. It's not white, but I feel it's very creamy. My eyelid's kind of been dry lately. I don't know why, but who knows. And this is like very creamy for me personally, my skin tone. Just a word of advice if you're using this: if you're fair, it might look a little orange on you because it's quite dark. I love this base though, the texture is so good. It's just off the topic, but I just love it. But it might be a little dark for the fair people, but for me it's just right. All right, out of the way. It's pop. It's so beautiful. Oh my god, look at that. Finally got my hands on it. I had it this whole time that I was recovering from eyeball surgery, and I could not touch it because obviously I couldn't do makeup, and I was like, oh, I gotta touch it. So I'm using all of this honey. I mean, almost all of that. So we're gonna do like a dual look. Like one side is gonna be this way, the other way, and you'll see what I mean when I start doing it, because of the dual tone of the palette. One is love, one is death, and I just love this whole drama. It's so dramatic, it's so cool, and the front looks so beautiful. I mean, this is right up my alley, bright and dark at the same time. I'm like, oh, gorgeous. Anyway, so we're gonna start with black, and we're gonna do the cut crease, my usual shape. I did not put white in the crease because I always do the same thing, and I'm thinking like I always do white, so I kind of put pink here, like a light pink tone, Paradise, and Tomb is in here, so you can't really see them. Maybe I'll add some eyeliner later because like I like something to pop, but I always do the same thing. I always do white, and I'm like, gotta do something else. Anyway, death. I mean, top appropriate. So I'm gonna start with death. Just map out the crease and hold the fingers crossed it's gonna be the same as the other eyeballs usual. So mapped it loosely. So this side is now gonna be not blue but the warm side, so I'm gonna like switch them up. So the warm side actually is gonna use a little bit of this stuff over here because there's depth and there's like not enough depth here. So I'm gonna use dark, then I'm gonna use Rose and Balcony and a little bit of Paradise. Maybe not all of them because obviously there's more room here and there's not much room here. So dark, it's a pretty purplish color. Oh, so beautiful. It's like an eggplant. You see, I already know Nomad Cosmetics formula. I know how well it works and I know how easily it blends. So I was like, let's just go to town. I'm used to working with them, they're great. Alright, so that's that, and we're gonna go for Rose. I'm using different brushes, first smaller, and then going bigger and bigger when I try to blend it out. This is just up, and it's still covered up with Painted with Raven. You see what happens? They give you this tape. It's called Greeking, I guess because Greek, like a black and white stripes. So I had to Greek all my brushes, and I still find brushes with tape on it. So now it's revealed, and the number is 223. Alright, so I'm gonna go with the same brush for Paradise and Balcony, kind of tap together. Oh, those pinks are to die for. Absolutely to die for. Using Morte, this is like a small pencil brush, Morte BMX 420. We're gonna go for the dark blue, it's called Poison. Okay, it's so rich, so pigmented, and yet it blends so easy. I think Nomad's got best of all worlds. It's got the pigment and it's got blendability, so it's like got everything. Now we're using the Morphe brush. It's kind of slightly bigger. So we were with the Poison, now we're going for this one gray. And it looks like it's gray, but on the eye it's perfect for blending out. And for blending out blue, it literally like looks like it's blue. It looks so pretty. Yeah, it literally looks like light blue when you blend it with blue. So now we're gonna start ombre. I already cut the crease with the Revolution base, and the ombre is gonna be the opposite too. So pink is gonna be here, and the blue is gonna be here. Of course, very minimal because there's not much space here. So I'm going to start with Death, as usual, dark black. I'm using a tiny dress-up brush that I love for this kind of thing, and the number and the name is already off of it because it fell apart. Thanks to my dear husband Worsham. I love him and he helps me a lot, but when he washes my brushes, which like I can't complain because he helps me, but he kind of destroys them. So everything like falls off of it. Oh, there's another piece. But it's still a good brush, so I don't care. So adding blue and gray here on this side, just very slightly, because again there's not much room here, so we just tap in a little bit here. And the pink on the other side, so it's gonna go both ways, in and out. because it's gonna be shimmer in the middle, so we're still gonna do that later. So I'm going to start with dark, because we need something deeper to blend the lighter colors. So again, the same thing, dark rose, balcony, and paradise, if there's room for that, so we'll see. So for the ombre here, we're gonna go with the same color, story pink, into the blue. Because it would be too much of the opposite if I did the opposite, you know what I mean? If I put blue and pink, it would be like way too much, even for me. So I'm gonna use kind of like a few of them here mixed together, because I found them a little bit of a kind of a topper quality. Like this one is almost translucent. It's pretty, but it's very translucent. This one is more pigmented, but it's like they're all like not your true metallics. They're more like a shimmery toppings. So I'm probably gonna use a few of them like mixed together to create just enough pop. Like I find it darker, like this one is truly metallic. It's great, but the lighter pink for some reason slightly different. Now maybe it's just on my fingers it looks different. So let's try. So this is the first shimmer. This is Comedy, like the one that looked orangish. I kind of want to get it more pink, so I'm gonna use Romeo on top of it. And those are toppers, so it's pretty, but they're not the most like opaque, I would say. So this is Cupid. Cupid is real pretty, and that is like duochromy. It's like a bluish, pinkish. It's real nice. So on the other side, we're going with Juliet, and actually I'm going to add Morse in the middle. It looks like it's gold, but it's light enough to create that lightness, and I think it's like a duochromy too, gold silver, if I'm not mistaken. So it kind of goes well in the middle, believe it or not. So just take my word for it, you'll see. Again, very pretty, the blue, but not the most opaque. The color is right on. Actually, the color reminds me of my eyeballs, my new eyeballs. I just have to put it in there. So clean this. Actually, I'm not gonna clean this. I'm gonna use a separate brush. Just remember to have a tiny little brush. I'm gonna add some gold, silver. I just realized it was duochrome by just turning around the palette. That's what happens when you haven't swatched them yet. Because I'm looking like this and I'm seeing silver now, so it is duochrome, gold and silver. I don't think I ever seen a duochrome that's gold and silver. I think it's brilliant. I love both colors, and you get like 2 in 1, and it looks so pretty. I just like, I'll live with this. So the same gold I'm gonna put in my under my brow bone. So 5 million hours later, we're here. I just decided to bejewel myself with some gems in here. I just wanted to do something reminding of front of the palette, the packaging, and there is that gold shift here. It says it in gold, Nomad, and says Verona Amore and Morte. So I wanted gold, like hearts, you know, kind of like the same vibe, with some gems, just for the extra, being extra. So let me do the base, and we'll be right back. I'm like living for this palette. I haven't seen a bad Nomad palette, like literally have not seen one. So I'll be right back. So this is finished look. You can see the close-up. I paused a little bit for y'all with the whole speaking, like the montage of beauty influencer. I just making fun of myself. Anyway, there is the look. Here's the pink and blue and pink, or whatever we call it. The warm. I ended up putting the water activated liners on Midas Cosmetics because I felt like the eyeshadow there just wasn't doing it. So I did the opposite, the blue and the pink and blue, you know, kind of goes with it. And of course the gems and everything. Incredible pigmentation as usual. I love everything about it. The only thing I wish that these shimmers were more metallic, like a little more bam, like creamy metallics. They're more like, some of them are really see-through like toppers. I guess it's meant to be like that, but I would rather have a different formula, which they already have different formula in other palettes, but yeah, so that's the only criticism. But other than that, those shimmers are duochromes. This, the silver and the gold, it's like one of my favorite things. I've never seen silver and gold. And this one, bluish and pinkish, that one is real pretty as well. So overall, I'm living for it. And it's like, I love the dark side, the bright side. I mean, everything about it. The aesthetic is so beautiful. This Romeo and Juliet thing, the death and love. I mean, I love this. I love everything about this palette. So this is it. That's the finished look. So what do you guys think? Have you picked up the palette? It's been out for a while. Again, because of my eye surgery, I couldn't review it immediately. But there it is in full glory, with the beauty of Nomad Cosmetics creations. So I think it's a fair price for the indie brand, especially that great quality. So for $47, you get this beautiful palette. So almost broke it. So let me know what you guys think. Leave me a comment below. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and do subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. Follow me on social media. All the links are down below in the description box. So thank you all for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!